Guys, it's official. Bottle caps are officially announced. I mean, I feel like we've been talking about this for a really long time, but the day has come. Well, it's not quite here, but it's almost here. We know how we can get them, we know how we can use them, and we know what Pokemon we can use them on. In this video, I'm gonna cover all of that. Plus, I'm also gonna talk about my advice on which Pokemon you should be using on, which ones I'm gonna be using it on. So let's get started. One of the big draw cards of Go Fest is the introduction of bottle caps, both the gold bottle cap and the silver bottle cap. But for now, it looks like they're only gonna be introducing the gold bottle cap. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what bottle caps do and you didn't play those mainline games, bottle caps improve the stats of a Pokemon. So when we look at the IVs of a Pokemon, and maybe it's a 1-star or a 2-star, bottle cap improves that. So it allows you to do training tasks that improve the statistics of that Pokemon. Now, IVs, grinders will tell you it's all that matters, but really it doesn't actually matter that much. If you have something that's like a 2-star, it's still very viable. Don't be scared off by that stuff. But if you want to improve the IVs, you can do it now through gold bottle caps and eventually silver bottle caps. But for now, we have the introduction of the gold bottle cap coming to Go Fest. Now, that's so exciting. I'm super excited about it. Pokemon Go Hub's done an absolutely fantastic write-up, as they always do. I'm here to provide some additional commentary around this stuff. But if you want to go check out everything they've read and all the other great articles, go to PokemonGoHub.net, link in the bio, I'll throw it there. But let's have a talk through everything that's included on here. How to get it, all that kind of stuff. But firstly, we touched on it just before. What is hyper training? So hyper training is the tasks you do to improve the stats line. So you've got the attack, defense, and HP. And so they generally have different stats. So if we look at the Pokemon itself, so if we go into Pokemon here, and we look at the IVs of any Pokemon, we appraise it. That's the IVs down in the corner there. So this Kyogre is, okay. It's not bad, like I said, but, it can be improved. So our gold bottle cap will help us get that up to a hundo through the completion of tasks. And we'll go through what some of those are very shortly. But for now, it's going to be gold bottle caps only. No silver bottle caps, and it's going to be introduced through something called the Ancients Recovered Go Pass. Now, it was rumored that there was going to be a Go Fest Go Pass. Maybe that was too wordy and they changed it. But now there's the Ancients Recovered, and that's that week where we're going to get the Regirock, Regirago, etc., etc. They're all a bit snooze, but now it's a lot more exciting through this. So there's a great video that's come out that Pokemon Go put out. You can go check that out as well. I'll put that in a little link card at the top. But here's the thing about the gold bottle cap as a whole at a really high level and what I think of it. So your buddy needs to be a good or higher. It was rumored to be that they needed to be best buddy and they need to be fully maxed out, and that's just not the case. They just need to be a good buddy or higher, which is really, I think, that first level. So it's very easy to do. You basically give it a peanut berry and it'll be easy enough to do. And then you apply the gold bottle cap and you choose which stats you want to train. So if you want to improve the attack or you want to improve the defense, you can do sort of multiples because a gold bottle cap will do all three if you want to do that. But depending what you pick will give you different sort of training tasks that we'll go over a little bit else. But Pokemon Go Hub say that they're going to be extremely rare, like Master Ball level rare. So I don't think it's going to be one of these things where we can just go to the store whenever we want and buy a gold bottle cap. I think it's going to be like masterwork research, which is going to really limit this. So anyone that's really scared about the monetization, this is expensive, which we'll touch on in a second. But if it's going to be limited, I'm kind of okay with it. I probably won't use it that much unless I happen to get it. To me, it's same as a lucky trinket, where a lucky trinket doesn't actually have that much value to me, but if it's included in there, I kind of like these passes because there's a lot of tasks to do as part of that, and I like sort of ticking it off. But the actual lucky trinket, the actual gold bottle cap, doesn't excite me that much. I don't really chase stats that much. I mean, good enough is definitely usable. I'm not one of those people that thinks you have to have the perfect stuff, otherwise you got nothing. I think that's a really toxic attitude to have in Pokemon Go. So yeah, I don't really follow that. But if I get it, I'll take it and I'll happily use it. So I don't mind that it's gonna be really rare. That's totally fine with me. And so you're gonna earn that gold bottle cap through the Go Pass Deluxe. And so The Ancients Recovered Go Pass is going to have the free tier and the deluxe tier. Now, the deluxe tier is going to be paid. Now, here's the thing, 20 USD, 20 USD to get the Ancients Recovered Go Pass. Now, there's going to be a bunch of bonuses as part of that, which I think maybe has decent enough value, but 20 USD it's a steep ask, right? That's about $30 AUD. So that's going to be huge for us. If we look at this here, US 19.99, like for that, you get an encounter with a random Reggie with a background. You get a Zacian mask, you get a Zamazenta mask. You get things like double hatch candy, I believe, double hatch Stardust. And I think also, if I'm not mistaken, you get an additional daily raid pass, which means for this period between the 23rd to the 29th of June, 23rd to the 27th of June, you'll get an additional raid pass. So for those like days, you get 2 raid passes. So if you raid a lot, maybe it kind of pays for itself and everything else is a bonus, but unless you do, that's going to be a steep entry point as part of that. Now, once you get the deluxe and you get the gold bottle cap, it expires, just like the lucky trinket. So the rewards unlocked in the Ancient Recovery will expire on Sunday, 29th of June. So you need to claim the rewards before then. But the actual trinket itself, well, the gold bottle cap itself, does expire. So the gold bottle cap will expire on Sunday, July 6th at midnight. So make sure you mark your calendar there. It doesn't matter when you claim it. That is the expiry date. I really don't like this idea of expiring objects. The trinket does this. The gold bottle cap does this. There's no reason why us stacking it is a problem. We've earned it. I really don't agree with that. I don't love that. I really want the developers to change that. But right now, you just need to be aware of it. That's all you got. You have no choice in the matter. So just, cop it. So how to do hyper training. So that's like the gold bottle cap. That's how to get it. We know it's expensive. You know, if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about that price point? It should be about $5 more than the Unova Tour Pass, which I felt was really fun. It was worth the money in terms of the experience. And I don't really like Curem that much, and there was a Curem mask, but we have a Zacian mask, and I'm a huge fan of Crown Sword Zacian. So this is gonna be a great one for me. I'm definitely getting it. So back to the hyper training, but let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of that? Hyper training, so each of these tasks, so you have your attack, defense, and HP, like we talked about before. The tasks that are attached to that, so when you use the gold bottle cap, you get 365 days to do all the tasks that it throws at you. The higher you want to improve that stat line, the more you have to do to improve it. So if you want to improve the attack, you might have to do more battles if you want to improve it by, say, like 5 stat points than if you wanted to just do 1 stat point. So I think, you know, touch on it a little bit in a second, right? But attack being raid battles, that's probably going to be something that they throw out at max battles. I think in the screenshot, it looks like they talk about raid battles, not max battles, but I think they might throw both at it. Defense are going to be things like playing together, exploring, those sort of like more passive explorative kind of things. Then we have HP, which is like spinning Pokestops, buddy candy. So defense and HP are kind of like more similar than attack, but attack is going to be more about battling. It might even be PvP. We don't really know what it is yet specifically. The video there kind of suggests win 40 gym battles with your trainee in your battle party. So those kind of similar evolution requirements to what we see on some Pokemon, but it'll apply to the Pokemon regardless of what its evolution requirement is. So maybe those kind of things are indicative. I think if it is gym battles there, that's free. So that's pretty cool. At least people won't have to feel like they got to keep buying raid passes over and over and over again to get it done. So that's great. You have 365 days to do it. That kind of suggests in itself that gold bottle caps are not going to be available, you know, all the time. But yeah, 365 days to get it done. Based off that screenshot where they've improved it by around about 4 or 5 points, to do 40 gym battles. Now, I don't know if this is just a demo or not, but in this screenshot there, what do we got? win 40 gym battles with your trainee in your buddy party, and then that improves 4 points. So maybe like 10 battles per point. And then on defense, it looks like, catch like 30 Pokemon. That doesn't seem right, but increase it by 1. Okay, so by the looks of it, win 40 gym battles with your trainee in the battle party, increases it by 1 attack. So each time, so it'll be like 40 for 1. And so what of that'll be like 4 times 4, like 4 times 40. So what, that 160 battles to take this from a, to improve this by 4 points. I don't know. I feel like that's all placeholder stuff. So I think we got to wait to see it come out, but that's the kind of task that you need to do to be able to get this done. Now, what are the restrictions and the rules on the gold bottle cap and how you can use it? Now, number 1, you can't use it on shadow Pokemon. And I think they made it so you can't use it on shadow Pokemon because otherwise everyone would just have shadow hundos all the time. And the thing about shadow Pokemon is, if you're not familiar, they have 20% more attack, but they also have 20% less defense. So you can imagine generally shadow Pokemon having really poor IVs when they're rolled. Having hundos that already have 20% more attack, that is a huge key to the city that they're giving players. So I'm not surprised that they restricted that. But you can use it on lucky, traded, and mythical Pokemon, which is great news because there was also rumors that mythical Pokemon couldn't use it. Because the interesting part about mythical Pokemon is they're generally mid-range attackers. I mean, Volcanion has about 250 on its attack, but you can only get 1 of them, right? So generally, if you get a bad roll on that, you're kind of doomed until now. So now you can use the gold bottle cap. And I think this is one of the greatest uses of the gold bottle cap, is to use it on something you're only ever going to get 1 of. I mean, I wish I could get a second Diancie, but unfortunately I traded it to home and I can't get it back. But all that aside, if you get a bad Volcanion as part of Go Fest, maybe you want to use the gold bottle cap because it's a pretty viable attacker. Marshadow is another example of that as well. Meloetta. That's where I would use my gold bottle cap, because if you use it on the Kyogre, you can just get another Kyogre and have a chance to roll a better one, right? You should only probably use it if it's going to be this rare on ones where you're only going to get 1 and never get another one. So that's going to be really, really great. And you can train a Pokemon all the way from a Nundo to a Hundo, but like I said before, that is going to increase the amount of tasks that you need to do as part of that, but you have the whole year to do it. So if you just play the game naturally, I think you can complete this stuff pretty easily. Now, the other thing people were worried about is, well, I got a Hundo and this is my trophy. You know, how is it going to be special? And so there's going to be a visual representation on this that has a little barbell beside each of the stat lines to show that you've improved it by hyper training. So that is the way that they're gonna differentiate someone that rolled a hundo, like a pure hundo, versus someone that improved the stats. Now, no shame if you wanna improve the stats through hyper training. Good, do it. But I think there is something exciting about rolling a hundo. And so I think it's cool that they're able to put a little visual indicator on it, similar to the way if you had a shadow really good shadow Pokemon and you purified it into a hundo, it does have that purification mark as well. So I think that's pretty cool. Gold bottle caps allow for changing 3 stats. Silver bottle cap can only influence 1 stat. Now, silver bottle caps, there's no mention of them yet, but it's in the code, so it's definitely coming. But for now, gold bottle caps will improve all 3 if you want. Now, we talked about it a little bit before. But the Go Pass itself is going to run from 23rd of June to the 29th of June. It is going to be capped initially, and so you're going to be able to earn 1,000 Go points. I don't like that name. Go points per day. But then once Go Fest rolls around, we've got 28th and 29th of June, it'll become uncapped. So again, similar to the way the Unova Tour Pass worked. So once it released on the 23rd of June to the 27th of June, you'll be capped at 1,000 points a day, which is about 10 levels, which is fine. And then you go uncapped. So if you do all your Zacian and Zamazenta raids during Go Fest, you will easily complete this. I mean, I think I got to level 300 as part of Unova. I play a lot, of course, but that's kind of indicative. You'll get those 100 levels done absolutely easy. I believe in you. And then the article goes on to say, it's 20 USD and so forth. We talked about what it includes. So you get a random encounter with one of the Regirocks. So Reggie, so you'll either get Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Regieleki, or Regirago, and they'll have that background on it, but you'll only get one of those 5. They can all be shiny. I don't know if it's shiny boosted as part of that. You'll also get an encounter with Pikachu in that sort of train costume. They call it like the Dapper Pikachu. It doesn't have the monocle, I believe. I think it's got a different eyepiece or something than the in-person one. But I mean, we'll all take Pikachu in costume. That's not a really big pull. And then as part of that pass as well, you get Stardust, XP, Pokeballs, candy, and more. But the deluxe stuff is what everyone's excited about. So all that stuff is included in the free tier. So you get the Reggie and the Pikachu in the free tier, but then the deluxe has the gold bottle cap, which is what we talked about before. The Zacian and Zamazenta mask. I really want that Zacian mask. It looks so good. And then you get additional premium items like Incense, Lucky Egg, Incubator, Lure Modules, all that stuff, which is good to have. Candy XL, which is very useful, especially if you're going to power up your Zacian and your Zamazenta into the crowned forms and you want to improve their moves. So remember, you can use Crown Sword Zacian, Crown Shield Zamazenta in max battles now, and you will level up those moves similar to the way you level up your max Pokemon, because they can be used in those max battles. Now the animation isn't that great on them, but they can be used and they're really powerful. So I powered my Crown Sword Zacian. I'll just show you what my Crown Sword Zacian looks like. I powered that all the way up to 5,629, which is absolutely like incredible. And it has a Behemoth Blade. So if we look at my Zacian here, that's not the Zacian. If we filter by the compact power, this is the Zacian there. It looks absolutely incredible. As you can see, hundo with background. I won't stop flexing on that. But I do have a shiny that has a background. So the gold bottle cap coming out, it's tempting to use it on that, but given it's kind of rare, maybe I don't want to use it on that. Maybe I want to use it on a mythical Pokemon. I have to think this through. I'm going to spend the next few days thinking about this, but there we go. So we got him there, and you see down the bottom max moves. So we got Behemoth Blade, Guard, Spirit, all that kind of stuff. Obviously with Zacian, you want to max out your Behemoth Blade. With Zamazenta, you want to max out the Behemoth Bash, and then Guard. So Guard being Zamazenta being a tank, you want to max out your Guard on that. But of course, get Behemoth Bash as well. So that is it all in a nutshell. That is it all in a nutshell. As part of the pass as well, you get half egg hatch distance, that additional raid pass, 2 times candy for hatching eggs, 2 times Stardust. I was right on recalling all that stuff. I don't know. I think it's great that these things are going to be introduced. It's a big ask early on after the acquisition. So yeah, look, we'll take it. You know, I'll use it. Like I said, the Lucky Trinket doesn't appeal to me. Gold Bottle Cap doesn't really appeal to me either. I just love the pass. I love the pass as a whole. I feel like the money is worth it to get the Stardust, to get the candy. I just love everything popping, going crazy. But I'm really curious to know, what do you think about the gold bottle cap? I feel like more people care about the gold bottle cap than I do, but I am excited for the evolution of the game. Anything that drives the game forward and brings us back to the mainline stuff, I really love that. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the gold bottle cap? What Pokemon are you gonna use it on? Are you even gonna buy the pass? What do you think about that price point? I'm keen to know all those things.